She always wanted to be a bus driver, just so she could meet lots of different people. That probably says something a lot about Rachel. I asked Rachel, did she ever think you'd be an entrepreneur? And she said, oh, she could never imagine me being anything but an entrepreneur. Please join me in welcoming Rachel Alter for the Kitchen Project.
Imagine you are living the life of your dreams. You're contributing to your community, supporting yourself and your family. You feel joy in what you do for work, and you know you're sharing your gifts with the world. I'm Rachel Alter, and I'm here on behalf of all of us who feel that sense of joy and community contribution when we're feeding and nourishing others. I also own and operate Petals and Pastries, a micro bakery and catering company that has developed here in Gunnison over the last couple of years. And while I've been able to double my revenue in that business from year 1 to year 2, I'm still faced with the same primary challenge. In order to be in compliance with health code, I need to operate out of a certified commercial kitchen. And being a startup, creating my own is cost prohibitive. So the community of Gunnison has served as my kitchen for these last 2 years, as I've moved 4 times. I started at Double Shot Cyclery, then I moved to the local market, then I moved to Mario's Pizza, where I operated for a year, and as they expand into the dive, I recently moved to the Three Rivers Resort in Almont, where I'll operate for the winter season, and come April, again, I'll be on the hunt for a commercial kitchen. And as I've been hunting, it has come to my attention that Petals and Pastries is not alone in this dilemma. There are a number of other businesses, some with brick and mortar storefronts, significant online presence, and statewide exports that are all also looking for a consistent, reliable kitchen space in order to grow to their potential. So the solution that I'm proposing is to bring us all under one roof in a community facility, the Kitchen Project. In addition to supporting these for-profit businesses, the Kitchen Project supports the nonprofit sector, providing a location for fundraising and educational programming. The Kitchen Project receives revenue through long and short-term rental, also through educational programming, and a cafe and retail space to bring all these products to market to the community. Through word of mouth alone, the Kitchen Project already has interest from 17 businesses, individuals, and organizations who are eager to use this space. The potential for growth for the small businesses that the Kitchen Project incubates is awesome. Jackson's Honest Chips is a fabulous example, and using Petals and Pastries as an example, we expect to again be able to double our revenue in year 3 with this consistent, reliable commercial kitchen space. If we were able to open our doors tomorrow, the Kitchen Project would be at 70% capacity, creating at least 2.5 jobs in our community and enabling these small businesses to grow and contribute more to the community through sales tax. The One Valley Prosperity Project, as outlined by our community and our elected officials, highlights the importance of economic development and public health, and these are 2 of the core tenets of the mission of the Kitchen Project. In Colorado, there are already 24 shared commercial kitchen spaces, and we see that they're concentrated primarily over there around Denver. And while we see this void on the western slope, we've established that there is not a void in the need. That's because so many of us are trying to create the lives of our dreams by creating these mission-driven businesses in the local food sector. Through 12 months of research, looking at existing vacant real estate, kitchens in churches and restaurants and community facilities, the most variable piece of our budget will be the infrastructure. That depends greatly on the size of the location that we choose to build the kitchen project in, if there's any existing commercial kitchen infrastructure, etc. And so we're looking for an infusion of capital to support building out a space, to purchase equipment, and for initial programming and marketing costs. I'm also the head coach of the Gunnison High School mountain bike team, and in that role, I've seen the amazing impact of one individual's success lifting the morale of a whole team. And I'm confident that that ripple effect translates to the local food economy as we continue making excellent products here in the Gunnison Valley and bringing them to market. So please help me bring this kitchen project to Gunnison to diversify our economy through the local food sector and to nourish our community. Thank you so much for your attention.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I think this is a brilliant idea, and this is community. We've been talking about it all night, and I think it's marvelous that you're trying to do it. And there's got to be so much help in this valley that way. I can think of a couple of people that I'll mention to you out of the microphone earshot.
Marvelous.
I was going to add that in just talking to a lot of people around town, I know there's a need for this. I mean, and I know there's been attempts to do it at the fairgrounds and other places like that. This just really haven't worked out. I did have a question about some of your costs. I didn't see employees in there. If you had 7, 8 businesses in there, will you need somebody to run it to make sure it's clean, to keep the place?
That's a really, really good question. And I've explored a lot of, and by explored I mean thought about, a lot of different options for that. And it's hard to nail down an answer because we haven't nailed down a location. I think that it's greatly dependent on the size of the location and also the physical where the location is. I plan to be the manager of the facility, and I also plan to write some fairly strict standards of cleanliness into rental agreements.
Great presentation.
Thank
and
you.
Great idea.
Thank you.
I know we feel the same need in Telluride, so I hope that the community can rally together to help make it a reality. My question, and we were talking a little briefly before your presentation, could you elaborate a little bit more on the classes that you'll be offering through the community space once you get the actual space?
Sure. There's such a wealth of knowledge here in the Gunnison Valley around food preservation, around the culinary arts, from everything from baking to sauces and all kinds of exciting, fun, yummy things. And then also nutrition. I mean, we're a valley of athletes that are always experimenting with how we feed ourselves out on the trails, out on the slopes. So nutrition classes, culinary arts, and also I'm really excited about some job creating classes around food safety, knife skills, that kind of thing, to enable more people who maybe aren't interested in being an entrepreneur and starting their own food business, but are interested in working in a kitchen and getting a leg up on their skills in the back of the house.
Maybe there's another conversation to be had too, Scott. I know 2 other businesses up in Crested Butte where they're restaurants, and the owners of the restaurants have one Teocalli tamale. Mike Burke's got a line of sauces that he's trying to produce. 2 is the Last Steep Bar and Grill. They currently sell all their salad dressings and that, but both of those people have talked to me about how they can manufacture, how they can do something in a smaller quantity in this valley rather than having to go to Boulder and do what you did. But maybe there's something else to be had. Maybe there's more money to be had, or there's another, little segue into another business to be able to do some small
For
manufacturing out of the kitchen.
packaging and stuff, yeah, absolutely.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.